everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brittany and I'm on the mission to hit subscribers. So make sure you click that button below, I would appreciate it. So it's actually been a little bit since I physically have filmed and I wanted to talk about floating. So if you guys are new to embroidery, floating is typically a product that you're going to embroider, but it might be too small for your hoops that you are using. As you guys know, because I've been mentioning it in quite a few videos now, I did end up purchasing the 4.25 hoop from Mighty Hoop, which I believe might be their smallest. At least this is the one that I stared at that was the absolute smallest. And we have some small products that we're actually going to be working on today. So we need to float them, right? Floating is easy. I promise you, it's super easy. You need, if I was prepared, I am prepared because it's up here. You need this. This is actually backing. It's stabilizer, but it's tape, right? So one side you can peel it, which is this side for me, and it becomes very sticky. So it allows your product to just stick right to it. So we're gonna show you exactly how to do that. For today's demonstration, we're working on two specific little dresses. I've already done, I actually had, it was a double set. It was like for matching cousins. I've already done one of them, so we know it works. I've already ran samples and everything like that. So the first one is going to be this little cutie. Look how cute this is. But we're gonna put a name right here on the collar. I will be honest with you, the name is a little small, but again, I wanted to be safe since again, look how like tiny this is, right? We're working with a really small area, as well as this collar right here. This is a little bit larger, so I did go ahead and increase the actual font size. We're using the same font for both outfits, for all four outfits. We're doing two different names, but we are changing the sizing, like I said, versus the pink versus the white or the blue, whatever dress color you want to call it. So let's go ahead and bring it on in and we're gonna show you exactly how to float. So for today's project, we are going to be using our Mighty Hoop. I do have a discount code. Guys, please feel free to use it. It's for free shipping. Who does not love free shipping? And then I will go ahead and link this as well. I did pick this up from Amazon. It's always linked in every single video, but I'll just list it at the top for conveniency. A lot of people will use this, guys, for your 8-in-1s. I do not own an 8-in-1, so again, my motto is we work with what we got, right? So what you're gonna wanna do in this situation is just as if you were using normal backing, we're gonna go ahead and size her up. She does roll a lot. Oh my goodness. Let's see, okay. There we go. We're not even in frame, so that works too. Just gonna cut her on down. Now, because I am going to be doing two different outfits, just gonna fold and cut in half. So we do have that. Now this is the easy part. What we're gonna do is we are actually going to be working on the smallest outfit first because this is the one I get the most stressed about. So let's go ahead, unbutton the back. You wanna make this as easy as possible on yourself. I also am flipping the image just so I'm not going like through the dress. I'm more embroidering like this way. So this way is going to be a lot easier for me rather than like trying to stick my armhole through while embroidering. So do keep that in mind. What I'm gonna do is take your time. You're gonna go ahead and peel the back off, which this is probably my most pain in the butt process. I usually use tweezers if I can. All right, so like I told you, this, sticky. Now typically what people will do, I will be honest, if you do have the 8-in-1, they'll typically stick it behind here. And then that's how they'll do it, but again, we don't have the 8-in-1. I might do it a little bit different. Do what you feel most comfortable with, but I will go ahead, stick her on down. She is again curling and sticky. I make sure I have the correct side because she wants it on the right. And I do have to put this at a slight angle since again, she did not want me to curve the font. I do want to make that clear because people are going to say, why did you do it straight? That's the way she wanted it. She didn't want any separation in any of the letters. We are also doing everything completely lowercase, so every single letter is connected. She was trying to do, I guess, traditional font. I don't know. She picked it out, and that is what we're working on. So we're just gonna go ahead and press her on down, and as you guys will see, look, stuck, okay? I will go ahead and just make sure that nothing else is being stuck behind. You can physically see it under here as well. So we know that nothing, no additional material is being stuck to it. So we're going to be okay when we embroider. And then I just take the back of the hoop, stick it here, and then I'm gonna grab my front. Now again, since I am working with it upside down, we want this facing me on this side. So that works out, and just take your time with this. There we go. We have her secured, nice and secured. All right, so let's go ahead, let's select the correct name. Oh. And then what we're gonna do is we need to correct the color. So for this, we're doing pink. So she wants a darker pink on top of the pink collar. That was actually a suggestion that I gave, and she liked it, so that was awesome. We are gonna flip the image 180, so do keep that in mind. And then now we need to go ahead and frame her on out. I'm gonna try my best to show you guys this. Mind you, we obviously have to fix it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down. I do want to go over because with the other font, I actually have the name pretty close to the beginning of the collar. If you guys remember, this is the beginning and then it curves. I do hold this down and I will do an out trace. So that is actually pretty good. If you hit the heart on your RICOMA, oh my God, nothing is focused. It's gonna do a smaller font trace out. Let me show you that again without my finger and without it being defocused. See how good that is? Now, if you want, you can add water soluble. A lot of people keep talking to me about it. I do add water soluble, you guys. It just depends on the fabric I'm working on. I did it on the last one, or I did not use it on the last exact same product, and it was completely fine. I do have my speed down to 650 because truthfully, there is absolutely no rush for this one. And we're just gonna go ahead and hit go. All right, so good news is everything came out flawlessly. I know it's a little wrinkly. I promise you it is completely fine. We're just gonna go ahead, remove it just like any other product. Now, here's the fun thing. This stickiness, like I said, is your stabilizer. So all you do, think of it as like tear away. It just tear it away. Like there couldn't be a better name for it. So this is gonna end up in the trash. This is what the back of it looks like. Now, again, I do tell you guys, sometimes I will clean up the thread, sometimes I won't. Since this is going on the back of the collar and there's literally like one. I need to get new like thread scissors. There's like, okay, that worked for me. Cause it looked like it actually ended up embroidering some of the loose threads down. So I only have to cut like 2 little pieces off. And then if we go ahead and button her back up, look, there she is. I probably could have brought her down just a little bit more, but again, because I was working with it like flat like that, but again, it's still not bad. So here's the one that I did on camera, right? Here's the one I did off camera. So this one, I like how it comes down a little bit more versus this one's a little bit higher. But again, here's the problem. You cannot always match them identical because you are embroidering them 2 different times. But overall, these 2 are done. But just like we did before, we are doing the exact, this is not it. This is it. We're doing the exact same thing. Okay. So again, sticky side. I want to make sure I have the right side of the dress, which I do. I'm just gonna go ahead. I do have to stick it at an angle again. Keep that into consideration. I want to make sure that the back of the dress is not in my way. We're just gonna press her on down. Now from here, now, as you will see, there is a little bit of a gap. I can just tug it, honestly. And now it's gonna go away, so we need to be right here. Now, I do need to make sure that the G, since the font is going down pretty low, that we're gonna be fine. 3, 4, 5, and again, same concept. We're gonna flip her upside down. Okay, I'm not gonna, all right. So, let's go ahead, take it. Now again, I did make the font a little bit bigger. Let's go ahead and get her centered and then figure it out from there. So I do want her to go over a little bit. Let me just do a tiny trace out. This actually does stick down. It's not supposed to do that. But based off of where it's at, all right, and again, exciting. It is completely done. I do wish we could have curved it. I think it probably would have looked better. I'm not gonna lie. Now, I don't actually know how to curve on my software, so technically, this worked out for me. If you guys know how to curve your font on your Inspire Chroma software that RICOMA does provide you, please let me know. I've tried to Google. I have not found any. I do see how you can curve with other softwares, but that is not helpful. Again, we're just gonna go ahead and clean up the back. It's just, okay. Perfect. Let's go ahead. Oh yeah, this looks really good. I'm happy with it. There's just a tiny thread, and then I'm just gonna ever so slightly hit it with this, the lighter. Oh my goodness, fan's on. Okay. Probably could have just cut it off, but you know, I'm being miss extra. All right, there you guys have it. Look, again, so cute. Just the little tiny details that the customer requested in order to just give it that custom feel. And obviously you guys can tell this font is much bigger. All right, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video and you found it helpful. If you guys have any other recommendations, suggestions you want to see, please leave them down below. I would appreciate it and I'd be more than happy to film them for you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next crafting project. Bye everyone.